easy for them to get a lot of space on the side of JMU.
Right. So right now JMU's kind of looking up toward A with 3 of state players over here, and we'll see kind of how this goes down.
Yeah, this showers contact. If it's made, it's going to be really big in this round, and if it's not made, I think that might have some rotates pull over towards the B side for JMU.
I'm looking at the econ right now. We've got a couple of ghosts and a deagle out of Rain, so this is going to be pretty interesting for the runner-up SEC Player of the Year. Let's see what goes on here.
Yeah.
Round start. Doobs pushing up in the showers. A couple of flashes coming out. No info gotten quite yet.
Split's really enjoying this Sim Classic.
Swing and Split's all the way up. It's going to get booth.
Yeah, they're looking to still stick with this A hit.
There's a lot of chip damage that went down. Doobs is a little bit low, but I think he's good for the most part right now. They seem to be kind of congregating outside of A, waiting for State to kind of get a little bit antsy and kind of rotate back over to B after they, start coddling.
Log coming out showers does not see Doob, I don't think.
Smoke's down.
Holding with that deagle, it's going to get a little bit of chip damage down on the Rain.
This showers contact is going to be everything. Doobs does not get hit by that bird.
Doobs gets 2. He's going to get 2.
1 enemy remaining. Spike down
just
A.
Shift left for JMU.
In a 1v5 situation, it's nobody but Shift, and unfortunately, he is going to get taken out with a 1-tap from Rain. Now, what I see a lot here is that JMU's really not coordinating their pushes. They're waiting for 1 or 2 pieces of util to be used before pushing out, and I think something that might need to change for them is just kind of, coordinating a little bit better and kind of coming up with a bit of a game plan towards early round, because what I saw, there was a lot of hesitation, a lot of waiting to get picked off, and it was a lot of 1v1s given, and that's not something that you want to see really early in this round, because if you figure that out later, it's going to be a little bit too late.
Yeah, they should be able to get it together fairly quickly. I'm assuming their rifle rounds are a little more drilled and put together, hopefully.
100%, I agree. And we're going to have a lot more shower aggression right here. And just spraying out, Split's going to go ahead and grab cheeses. Doobs is going to grab this ult orb. But they're going to
We're about to make contact on JMU.
Spike down
on B long. It's 1 for 1, but JMU players are now essentially 1-tap.
Smoke's down.
MSU players take the TP, looking to get this flank.
It's a lot of stuff coming up on long, and EXE is just holding it down. Split
clean shot from Split. Booth back to the TP, trying to get some space back.
I don't think Patrick saw him.
1 enemy remaining.
EXE with the kill right there. And they have bombs. SplitDynasty going to kill it up with 3 kills. It was a really clean round again with State coming out on top.
Yeah, they're looking dominant so far. This round is a must-win for JMU. If they lose here with rifles, it's gonna bode very poorly for them.
Right, and this bonus round is also super important for State, as it's just gonna keep their econ going and also kind of their mental. If they lose this, I can see them getting a little bit tilted, stuff like that happening.
Yeah, and if they do still have rifles next, so hopefully they stay locked in with that. But you're definitely right; it's easy to lose focus.
A lot of stuff coming up towards the site. JMU Booth over here with the Vandal, trying to make some space. He did sacrifice a lot of his util in order to try and buy up with his team. Nothing but a boom bot or a satchel and a grenade.
Yeah, Patrick's got a clean angle on top of tunnel. Really looking to shut down this hookah push.
He saw Pixel of his head. He's gonna go ahead and grab EXE. This is not looking good for Patrick. Patrick gonna grab another before he's taken back by Cheese.
Rain does go down with no value there.
This is looking a little bit in JMU's favor right now, I can't lie. And Split over here with the
Spike planted.
Try to make some kind of play out of this.
Gun here. Last player standing.
Clean shot from Shift to shut down that push from CT. Can Doobs, the team captain, make anything happen here?
In a 1v3 situation, he's got a Vandal right now. And he's looking toward that smoke where Shift is just absolutely waiting for him. And unfortunately, JMU Straps is going to find Doobs and make this a 2-1. Now, I do think that was a pretty good retake effort for the most part by State. It really just came down to angles being played by JMU, and I think that was a really well played post plant.
Yeah, a lot more patience from them than we saw previously. Before they were kind of getting antsy when they were pushing A, especially. They could have sat there for a bit longer, but there they play really passive like they should in that post plant with man advantage.
Because getting the bomb down is pretty much the only thing that matters. So we'll see what
Right.
happens this round.
Yeah, really hoping to see State win this round with the rifles here.
I see, of course they're bought up and looking toward a bit toward the A site. Actually more like a split, as they're working both up hookah and up A main.
Yeah, with those TPs on bind, it's pretty easy to move quick, so you gotta watch out for over-rotating from State.
100%. So we're gonna figure out where we're going real quick, but I think Doobs is about to peek into two people. Unpeaks really quickly.
Yeah, really just trying to get that info.
And these shots are really signaling to the JMU players that there may be a couple State players over here on A, so they're looking to get aggression back here on the B side, rotating quickly.
Patrick with a clean wall bang. Oh, spray through the smoke for EXE.
Cage
it's looking pretty good for State.
Bomb is down in hookah, and JMU's really not doing anything about it.
Yeah, they're looking to get this long control, but they've got to get hookah quick and get this bomb, or they're gonna run out of time.
30 seconds left.
They might have to take the save. They're down in numbers right now. They're waiting on info, and it really does look like they're just trying to save whatever they can out of this trap.
Yeah, with the eco, I don't imagine State looking for these picks. If they want to save, I'd imagine State's gonna let them because their eco's just as rocky, if not worse.
10 seconds left.
Especially, and I agree in that sense with you, but one thing that I do want to point out really quickly is that if you have all 5 players who just bought Vandals and everything like that, you know, you definitely do want to save everything. And Doobs just took the teleporter, looking to save his gun. And we're going to be good going into the 5th round. Yeah, State leading up by 3. You know, what do you think JMU needs to do in order to have some kind of like a mental reset, just put the momentum in their favor?
I think they've really got to commit to a hit. They had 3 stacked towards A, and Doobs made contact without getting a pick, and they still couldn't take any space off of it. So really gotta get into the site eventually, because the waiting is good, but not to the degree that they're doing it.
Straps over here. We're looking up on the showers. Got a cage coming out from their cipher, trying to push up a little bit and get as much space as they possibly can. They're trying to converge on A really, really fast. A lot of shots coming through. Chip damage coming through on the Doobs right now.
Yeah, Doobs really getting tagged up there. It looks like that MSU does have the read that they're towards A as Sky's rotated over to help them.
Oh yeah. A lot of walking from this JMU team. They really do not want to give any info away. I don't know how much that's going to work in their favor though.
Yeah, again, I feel like if they were just a pop, they might have a little bit more luck for their whole teams here, but now it's going to be essentially 5v5.
Bomb buddy out.
Ray's trying to take this U-Haul space.
Dim beacon here.
A lot of shots coming down. A little bit of chip damage over here on the straps. Split gonna grab one. Split gonna grab another, and then Split's gonna be traded out by Boo.
One enemy remaining.
Doobs gets 2.
And Ray's gonna finish out the round. Shift. I mean, one thing that I'm seeing a lot from this JMU team is a lot of shift walking and waiting to get onto a site. They've got to hit it, especially if they're using time to go ahead and, like what I saw, they were shift walking after their Viper had thrown an orb. So
Right.
I'm not understanding where the disconnect is here of like, oh, let's use some util, but then let's shift walk. Like, they know that you're there. They've heard the steps. They've seen the util. You have to commit as soon as they, like, if you're not faking, then you've got to commit as soon as any amount of util comes out. And that's they're giving this away to the state right now.
Yeah, JMU with an interesting buy, opting for 1 Marshal, 1 Vandal, and 3 Sheriffs. Really trying to get the value from these hero rifles, I suppose.
2 of them looking up long right now, going to be picked off by SplitDynasty. Straps is gone. Got nothing but a Deagle on their side. Got a couple of Deagles, Marshall and Spectre.
Contact about to be taken at Showers. Brim does get out after getting that orb. I'm not sure if he saw Doobs or not.
Not
Still
Doobs with 1.
Not
Doobs gets 2 in Showers.
1 enemy remaining.
Split with a lucky, or not even lucky peek. That was really well timed.
Yeah, so now that MSU's going to know that they have spikes, so Shift's probably just going to look to find some value here. Maybe get one of those rifles out of the hands of State.
He's just looking towards his left right now. Oh, Shift's gonna grab one with a nice eagle shot on the split. Dude's gonna close out the round, getting 3.
Yeah, really good from State there. They do lose that one, but I don't think it should matter too much. They're sitting pretty in the econ department. JMU has to win this round.
I'm getting a lot of the same issues that JMU is having. If they lose this round, the momentum's going to slip away from them. It's going to be even harder to have any kind of a comeback. But my main concern is that I haven't seen anything wrong with their gameplay, right? Nothing wrong with their mechanical ability. I've seen them make trades really fast. I've seen them get picks. I haven't seen them work as a team. It's the main issue that I'm seeing. Like, look at this from State. We've got util being used. We've got a coordinated push, and it's just absolutely ripping through these JMU players.
Smoke.
3 pushing out of Hookah, gonna grab 1 with that clean Razor. I mean, there's not much you can do about that.
Yeah, nobody playing counterflash there for the Cypher. They could have looked to try and get a trade or something, but he just instantly backs up.
I mean, do you take a timeout here if you're JMU?
If I'm coach, absolutely. We can't let the momentum slip away any harder than it already has. I would have taken it before this round because this being their rifle round, if they lose this, they can't buy again. So then they're looking to play most likely a 7-1, and that sounds really unfortunate.
Yeah, 100%. We've got Patrick over here holding out his cabbages, gonna head popping that. We've got JMU players waiting outside of Bay Main.
Yeah, this A hit could go well. Doobs and EXE, the only people on A. EXE goes down, spraying through the smoke.
Can they get bombed down?
Doobs using ult to stop bomb plant.
Beacon here.
It's really lucky timing for Cheese as soon as the
Launching
he
smoke.
jumps out. The molly shot.
One enemy
Patrick's gonna grab 1.
Spike
Trade
down
it out.
A.
2v1 situation.
Doobs gets the last.
Not one left
Like
standing.
like I said, they're not having any issue in getting trades down really quickly. This is like a skill or gameplay issue. It's uncoordination issue between JMU's own players, and that's one big thing that I'm seeing that can really stop them from being successful as a team.
Right, yeah. And the amount of, like, it's almost like they don't realize when MSU has something. Like, last round being so caught off guard by that Raze rocket where Cypher's pushed up by himself. Like,
And on top of that, like, Doobs is all over here with the orbital strike. Right
exactly.
U-Haul.
Yeah, Viper tapping and just not getting any value from that is...
See, now I'm looking at a lot more coordination. I'm looking at Skydog coming in all the way through U-Haul, and a Boof is pushing. He's got nothing but a stinger, but still, this is a pretty good push. And his team is coming in on after him. See, if they get bombed down here, I can 100% see JMU getting this round.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's yet to get the bomb down. Dog coming through. We get a little bit of information on Boof before he takes it out.
Did have to plant triple, couldn't get default plant on truck. Dude, stop that with Molly. Good trades from JMU so far. Then they lose one without that trade.
Pushing U-Haul right now. Chaps is in a bit of a sticky situation.
One enemy remaining.
EXE
gonna grab 2!
U-Haul.
It's a 1v4 situation, and Patrick's gonna clean up. I have no idea how Split has done that. Absolutely wild. You know, I was talking a lot about how this wasn't a mechanical gameplay issue. It might be.
I think the game overall isn't, but that round definitely showed that MSU might have a little bit of a leg up in the mechanics department, because, I mean, the spray transfer from EXE to get 2 there when he's getting double swung is... I mean, if that doesn't go that way, you know, that round's a lot more winnable. If you have 1 showers, 1 U-Haul, you might be able to hold that. But yeah, that was nutty from MSU.
Let's look at stats here real quick. It's pretty evenly spread out across state players right now. We've got 2 players at 9 kills, 1 at 8, and 2 at 4. But players who are in the lower brackets do have a little bit more in terms of assists and everything like that. And when you look over here at JMU's side, you've got 4-3, 2-2, and a 1. So there's not a whole lot of contribution towards the lower side.
Yeah, they really just need some of that explosiveness that MSU's having. Like, even though MSU's on defense, you can already see when they want to do something, they do it together, they do it fast, and they do it well. And that explosiveness, it comes a lot from individual player skill, and I'm just not seeing that on the side of JMU.
Neither am I. But I mean, even if it's in a lack of, you know, player by player skill, like look at this. We see Shift going ahead and getting rid of Cypher Util, and they don't explode off of that. It's as if they're trying to signal like this is a fake, but they're not committing to this. The shot's being fired, and there's nothing from the other side. Split gonna grab one.
Patrick's taking this TP spray down from Split to shut down that Raze
waiting
ultimate.
over here.
Oh.
Waits right there in the Raze nade.
Ready.
I mean, these decisions have got to be made quicker. You know, and that's maybe to the fault of the IGL. It's maybe fault to all the players.
30 seconds left.
Regardless,
we do have a bit of a misread from. Hey, JMU looking to re-hit this.
I've got your trail.
Gonna go ahead and pop the Sky ult.
We got one.
Rain gets timing.
And
Rain gets two.
Pops right out of U-Haul, gonna grab two, regardless of the cabbages coming out. And, you know, that's just high-level gameplay right here out of Rain. And that's something that you'd love to see from your runner-up player of the year.
Yeah, I mean, just really, that round could have got messy fast. If Rain goes down there without any value, it's looking like a 2v3 in post plant. And that bomb ticken's almost like a whole nother person. So you're looking at almost even ground for that round. And Rain shuts it down before it even gets to start.
Oh, yeah. So right now we're looking at a lot of aggression kind of towards A. No real 5 from JMU though. If I'm looking at this from an outsider's perspective, which I am, I have no idea why JMU has yet to take a timeout of that nature.
Yeah, I think sometimes teams get this idea that when they take a timeout, it's like admitting defeat. But I mean, sometimes you just got to get your thoughts together, and these guys need to because they are not on the same page as a team right now.
100%.
4 stacked here on A.
Down and out.
Doobs gonna grab
He goes
one.
down.
And
Doobs
Barb's
does
gonna get a
get
real
two.
nice shot over here
One
off
enemy remaining.
to Doobs. Rain's gonna grab Barb. It's a 1v4 situation on the side of the guy. And it's gonna be closed out really quickly by Rain. This brings us to 9-1 in favor of the state. You know, going into the next half, I need to see a real change on this other side. And speaking of timeouts, JMU comes in clutch really quickly, trying to save a little bit of their mental. Now, just let's look at some stats real quick. We've got SplitDynasty on 13 kills. That says a lot, and especially about the fact that he's on Duelist right now on Defender side. Imagine how much damage that he's going to cause as soon as he switches over to attack.
Yeah, he's going to be Carl's and Carnage, and I really want to see him getting into that B site early on in rounds and just making it as chaotic as possible because it's looking like MSU, if it's just shots, they're hitting them a lot more consistently than JMU.
And on top of that, KDA alone is so much higher. We've got our lowest player has a 2.0 KD right now. That's pretty good.
Yeah, our lowest has the same amount of kills as their highest.
So, I mean, looking at this, the board right there.
Yeah, I do think that it
was a post plant. Really, it was a really well played post plant with really good angles being played on the B side. No, it was the A side. A really good post plant with angles being played really well on the A side. So they've got to recreate that. They've got to get bombed down fast. They've got to play a great post plant with good angles being played and being really, really patient. Because what I'm seeing right now is a lot of hero plays that just aren't working out for them. The state is working together.
Right. Yeah, I'm a little sad to see this timeout come out so late from JMU. R4 pushing up here on long.
And right now there's a lot of aggression coming through. They're not really walking anymore, which is a big change that I'm seeing. Flash coming out. SplitDynasty's going to go ahead and use his showstopper and deliver the chip damage on.
Oh,
and Cheese is going to grab two. Walking out with the sword in the hand, the end for the traps right here. Rain's gonna grab one, be traded right back out.
I know exactly where you are.
Heals coming out too. This is a 2v3 retake situation.
Spike
And like
planted.
I said, JMU needs to play really needs to play their angles here, and just absolutely do not swing on your own. Straps is in a bit of a sticky situation here, as if he does get swung and doesn't get his one, it's untradeable. So we'll see how this turns out. We got Cypher creeping up on him.
Last player standing.
And he does get the one. Repo. And Doobs is going to grab him. 2v1 situation in favor of JMU right now.
Yeah,
And
a really
that
clean
is gonna bring
high-low.
It's gonna bring a second round to JMU. So what I saw there again,
Last
getting
round
bombed down
before the
quickly,
switch.
playing your post plan. And I don't understand how well this is gonna go for JMU in terms of a defender half, where they need to hold a site for an entire time. And playing a retake is really not their strongest suit, as we can see from this attacker side.
Yeah, they are doing a good job holding it down in post plant, so that defender side may be what they're more used to, and their comps drafted a little bit more for it with that single duelist. But regardless, at the start of that round, so Sky's dogging in while Brimstone's ulting the same thing that she dogged to clear. Like, I just am not seeing the coordination that needs to be happening from JMU.
4 players coming all the way up here onto the showers, and a lot of util being used for this state as well. SplitDynasty gonna grab the satchel and Doobs coming in. Patrick unfortunately did not get his ones. EXE gonna get picked off over here in short as well.
Split gets another through the smoke.
And Doobs is just gonna sit there and grab his ult. Unfortunately not gonna grab anybody. 3v3 situation pretty well balanced.
Yeah, JMU looking to get this B side. It is empty, whether or not they know it. They do have this Viper ult online, so it should be pretty easy to hold this site if they're playing together well.
Now, what I said earlier applies here as well.
Spike
Playing
planted.
a really good post plant. We have no ults except for the for jet knives, and not a whole lot of util being used either. The Boobot could be really good for them. There we go.
Last player standing.
And she's gonna grab one 3v1 situation for Rain. He takes out the knives, running all the way up into CT. And he's gonna grab his one. Gonna continue to push. He's got a Vandal in his hands now. Viper's ult is still online, but they've landed outside of the Viper's ult. Don't know what the thought process was here. And unfortunately, he does miss that shot. But that could have been really bad for JMU right there. It's gonna bring us to 9-3. You know,
Switching
salvaging
sides.
what was left of the half. But I mean, if I'm JMU here, I really got to think about some kind of unorthodox way to play defense, because we know that retake does not work. And we've seen how good they are at holding angles onto a site, and you know how big that is for them. But if they can't hold a site, playing a retake is not a good option for them.
Yeah, this round, regardless of the outcome, I want to see JMU using some, like you said, unorthodox methods. I'm thinking we get some shotguns in there and try and ignore the fact that they're going to be using their utils to the most on MSU, and as JMU, I'm just trying to get some cheeky picks with that shotgun early in the round or something like that.
Let's throw the record out the window and just absolutely focus on what's here and what's now with this. And we've got Mississippi State kind of just edging up here on the B with a little bit of ghost action. Majority of them have, it's like half-half. 2 bot shields, 2 bot ghosts. And Rain is just walking up here onto this, onto hookah. We've got 3 up long too. I'm pretty sure we're about to see an explosion out of long and then a Rain.
Yeah, this dog MSU is probably going to look to go pretty quickly. Rain does need to start making a move now that the Cypher's there with him, because that Cypher and hookah could go bad, but they take him down. Do have one through the TP on the back.
The dash is gone now. He's got no more get out of jail free card. He does need to play on site with his team, but a nice little top low situation. A lot of chip damage coming out. EXE gonna be there to finish. And it's a 4v2 situation in favor of Mississippi State.
Yeah, 2 full health players is going to be really hard for
Patrick
JMU
is
to
alone on
take.
the site. But it seems to be going alright. The straps and cheese really kind of stuck there in CT. Flash doesn't hit Rain.
One enemy remaining.
And Rain's gonna get one. Cheese there to trade.
Last player standing.
You can get one
Really
more.
good trades from MSU there.
guys.
And you know, that was a lot of playing together as well. We've got 3 more rounds to go before State does have this first point in their bracket.
Yeah, trying to get this first map locked down, because Bind is definitely one of MSU's stronger maps.
I agree. And I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see, because there's a lot of things that JMU could do here, but I just, from what I've seen so far, it does not seem as though they're a contender to be taking this match.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes in map 2, though.
Oh yeah, it's not over till 13, but State's making it pretty convincing. Free dink here from Split.
A little bit of cheeky one way. I don't know how well it's going to work for them in terms of holding down that site. NACE is just kind of creeping up on it right now. A lot of explosion out of showers, though.
Satchel out.
Yeah, the Split is on top of Truck. He's trying to make something happen. He does get one and gets out.
Bomb buddy out.
I love this reposition here, especially from Split. I mean, look at this. He's low. He's going to play back a little bit. Going to grab some heals from Patrick as well.
One
Dude's
enemy
gonna push up
remaining.
there and going to grab the straps all the way there. And if they look flank side, they will catch the Cypher.
Yeah, Schiff did get over a Cypher trip, so I'm surprised that EXE's clearing that, but he does
I
take him
was
down.
looking at that in the beginning of the round, and I was like, this is a little bit too low.
Yeah, that you can jump on those little spice buckets and get over. So.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe he knew. Maybe it was a bait because he was checking it right at that perfect time.
We'll see what goes down in this round, but it brings us to 11-3 in favor of State, and just I'm seeing a lot of just really clean explosions out of a choke point, and they're not really holding those sites well. I mean, we've got 2 controllers and a sentinel. This should be your half.
Right. It's really showing that that individual player might make the difference because Split is, you know, he's 19 and 6. He's making that space that Booth just could not get a hold of.
On top of that, it's a lot of Patrick backing him up. We've got really good usage coming out. Flashes, dogs, and even heals being used. We got Patrick grabbing Booth as soon as he grabs one.
Yeah, he's always there for the trade. Like, if Split goes down, Patrick's there. Even though he doesn't have that same movement, he's right there with him every single time, and he's not hesitant to go in and try and get that trade back.
Oh, yeah. 3v4 situation in favor of State. Looking to retake this site. Gonna see Patrick. Not really holding that angle very well either.
Doobs has a big spot here, and 2 from that spot. Yeah, tucked in U-Haul, man.
That was a super big play from Doobs. But like, there's
Match point.
It's match point, and I don't see a lot from JMU in terms of, you know, kind of turning this around. We saw that in the back half of last round, but you know, I really, it comes to a matter of them seeing the issue, and if they're not seeing what's going on, then, you know, just developing as a team a little bit more is what I would recommend. We
do have 2 judges coming in from the side of them, JMU, so they might be able to mix it up a little bit here. One of those in hookah, one of them probably playing towards U-Haul.
And this is what I was talking about in terms of unorthodox gameplay. And on top of that, State right here is just kind of walking up long. We've got 3 going into showers with no contact yet to be made. 2.
Yeah, showers. JMU left showers blank. They have somebody heaven holding, but that Guardian is going to have to be some really clean shots to get the value they need here.
You got Blarb and Schiff playing a top low here in hookah. Being a little bit silly. They grabbed the orb and not making a whole lot of other noise.
Yeah, MSU looks like they're trying to rotate back towards B and just use that Cypher utility on A to make some noise. Does get a pick on A. Great shot from EXE. That is causing that Viper to rotate off B.
That's a little bit less pressure over here. We've got
this hookah fight is going to be everything.
Spike down.
Schiff does get 2 there pretty cleanly, but he goes for a rifle and peeks out and gets shut down by EXE.
He doesn't get this ult off soon. It's going to go. And unfortunately does waste it.
I got Cheese down to 2 HP, even though Sky does have that heal.
This is a really easy win for Mississippi State right here. All they've got to do is hold this post plant and not do what Patrick is doing.
Yeah, I don't want to see this over peaking too much.
A lot of good information gotten though. They know that both of them are back there.
Right. Yeah, don't have to worry about flanks. Looks like Dynasty's going to be swinging off the Cypher cam.
Flash comes out. They're not really swinging off of that. So 1v3 situation, 1v2. Cheese over here on a bit of low health. Gonna take some contact perhaps.
Last player standing.
Chip damage. And that's going to bring us to 13-3 in favor of Mississippi State. Hail State and a good win for the Dogs.
Attackers.
That he's exclusively using Classic and pistol rounds so he can use his new Sentinel skin. That's what I heard.
Oh, wow. I mean, we'll see how that goes. We got 3 toward A and 2 up mid right now. Nobody really going to grab any contact except perhaps Omen. And he's just automatically closing door. Doobs is again waiting up mid. They've got the smoke there to try and stop a little bit of that. Shooting of door. They might be looking to cross up all the way to
Doobs.
from mid.
Doobs swinging out here, trying to get some chip damage. Doesn't look like he got any, but whole lot of sitting and waiting still from this JMU team. We wanted to see that change up from the last map, and it looks like they're doing it again. Hopefully this rehit will be a little more explosive than anything else they've done so far. Getting worked up on A here. JMU's almost all the way through elbow. 3 players for MSU on the B site. They're now going to know that there is a lot of pressure coming out very quickly from JMU.
And that was really, really big for State right now, because we're looking at this, a lot of Utah was using a very short amount of time. And on top of that, it was a free A site. There was a lot of rotating, over-rotating, should I say, being used. Dude's going to go ahead and grab one. And
yeah, they're
the cuss coming out as well. Patrick going to grab another one. Split with another one.
Enemy remaining.
Shift going to be here to try and get some trades down.
Booth does get one.
Flash coming out real quick. He's blind. And Rain right here to clean up the round.
And that classic that he's obsessed with is getting him some value. He gets 2 there pretty cleanly on that retake.
What we saw really there from JMU was a really quick execution, which I liked, and then a really, really poorly played post plan. They kind of gave that one away to State by not playing angles, not playing anything like that. So we'll see how this goes.
We do have a tech pause coming in. Looks like the JMU player Cheese is having some connection issues.
So we're, I mean, in that first round alone, I would say that JMU is improving in their ability to work together as a team. I think maybe on Sunset, this is a map where they need to work a little bit on their post plant, but I can 100% seeing them getting a few rounds just by doing what they did that round. MSU definitely made the mistake of over-rotating, and that was almost catastrophic in giving them the first round.
I wonder if there was a call to just play retake on it, because that A site feels pretty good to retake, whereas the B's feels unplayable sometimes. So I really do wonder if MSU was more of interested in just playing retake on that A side, and that's why that call happened, because when contact was made by JMU, the MSU players backed up immediately. So looks like we do, yeah, back in the game. Looks like this tech pause was figured out. Whole lot of players stacked towards B for JMU. I'm hoping this will finally be that round where they just run in with these classics and try and make something happen.
Rain right here is just waiting with the flash for any amount of contact to be used. Flash coming out, a lot of different stuff coming down. EXT gonna grab 2. A third from Rain. He's gonna unpeak. Go ahead.
Yeah, really clean.
Go get him.
We got a robot rumor coming through and 2 different aftershocks being used. Doobs gonna go up mid and get 1. It is just a 1v4 situation, and Doobs is gonna be here to clean up really, really fast. I mean, from State, that was what you like to see. Coming out of the gate and on defense, getting a lot of picks in a really short amount of time. Really well placed util as well. What do you think JMU could have done better in that situation?
I think we've got to see eventually them stop with this slow walk up every round. And slow walking's fine, but at some point you got to pop. And there, Raze is running by herself while the rest of the team's still slow walking in main. So they're all in a tiny choke point, and Split just gets to swing out with the Spectre and destroy them. So really got to see a big adaptation there.
And a really quick Cam is just going to grab the first little point onto Rain. They're going to get some info.
Yeah, Cheese got caught out on A.
Now. Two picks go down. Cheese and SplitDynasty are out. Shift is up 1 kill, and he's going to back away a little bit to back up the team on.
Yeah, JMU looking to execute here on the B site. They're through. Looks like MSU's probably just going to be playing this retake. Cypher gets offside almost immediately. He's not looking to try and solo hold this site.
Spike planted.
4v4 retake looking doable for sure for MSU, but do have those gun advantages for the side of JMU.
Wrapping around right here, he's trying to find any amount of peeking that he can. He's kind of waiting. Here's some stuff, and he's going to take a lot of chip damage, down to 50 HP.
Raps taking down a 1 HP with that spam through the smoke.
And 2 are going to get down right there is a really good double peek.
One enemy remaining.
Both going to get theirs. Blarb's going to grab 2.
Player standing.
So 1v1 situation, he's got a Vandal. And he gets the last pick. Does he has a... Oh, no. He's gonna opt to save the Vandal, going all the way back to the CC. Can he save it? Just in time.
Honestly, it sucks that that round does go to JMU, but their econ is not looking good after that round. They only have enough to... I don't even think they have Vandal Light Shields consistently, so... it's looking like, even though MSU did slip on that round, they've still got a really strong hold on this game. Yeah, just a lot of sheriffs coming out for the side of JMU. They forced up really hard on that round, as normally you do on the third.
From EXE right now.
Yeah, the setup's very good. 2 one-ways. Shutting garage door immediately. He's not interested in fighting that. 3 players on tiles for the side of JMU.
There's a lot of stuff going down in mid right now, and we're just kind of waiting to get any amount of contact just really being driven. There's no good buy. We've got 2 Marshals, 2 Deagles, and a Classic in terms of what JMU's got, and 2 Light Shields.
Yeah, they do seem to be posturing towards this B side, and hopefully MSU won't have the issue of rotating again.
I mean, they hear the aggression up mid, but they're just choosing not to fight it and hold those angles. They know that peeking in, especially on an eco round like this, just peeking into 2 Deagles and you know 2 Marshals is just not a great idea.
Yeah, JMU executing on this garage. They're looking to make something big happen. They've got to go pretty quickly before all of MSU is here.
EXE's
really bad TP from Blarb.
EXE gonna grab 2 before being traded out by Cheese. If Rain looks right, he's gonna be able to grab 1, and he does look just in time. He's gonna get repo, and unfortunately, Cheese is gonna have 3 on there. Rain does have a good chunk of you to the left. He's got 20 seconds to a stun, and he's waiting on Split, which I think is kind of a play right now. And he finds himself.
Planted.
Flash coming out, and Split's gonna grab 2 with his nade. Really well played retake right there. I mean, it was looking a lot like it was in JMU's favor for a bit. But let's talk about Cheese. Those 3 insane Marshall shots in the middle of sight in order to get the leg up on MSU. That is the kind of stuff that I like to see, but that's not the kind of stuff that you can depend on as a team. Hero plays like that are, most of the time, I would say, not reliable.
Yeah, unless you're OSPOS, like, you can't guarantee that value every round. And I think they need to do a way better job of just doing things together instead of looking. It seems like every round they win is a hero play, and if that hero play doesn't come through, or even sometimes when it does, they just lose that round. So,
I agree, and I just, you know, stuff like this is just not what happens. You don't see this kind of stuff from State. You don't see this kind of stuff from Auburn, you know?
Right. Yeah, looks like JMU is walking up here on the A site, trying to find some space, but MSU's got a pretty good read. They've got 4 towards the A side, 3 holding this entrances of the site. So,
and we've got this happening again. We're talking about I'm talking about
JMU does look like they're trying to pop.
Holding this right here, and he's gonna dash out and maybe get 1. He sees Split up here. He's gonna grab Split. Well, right, not until Patrick can grab him. He's gonna waste a lot of his knives on that.
Yeah, dog he's down to just 2 knives. It's gonna make it pretty hard to get that value.
Still got an updraft. You gotta play this angle.
Where is everyone hiding?
We've got locations being revealed right now. And he's gonna grab Patrick not before Doobs and EXE can grab 1 each.
Enemy remaining.
And Doobs right here with 3 to clean up the round. I mean, we're talking about big players. I love talking about Doobs. He consistently manages to close out rounds. He consistently manages to make plays. He consistently manages to get himself into better situations out of bad ones. You know, when we're talking about players that really make value on their team, Doobs is one of those people that needs to be in that conversation.
Yeah, honestly, it's hard to talk about MSU players specifically because they're all so valuable. Like, there's not a single person on MSU that's not getting consistent value.
100%. Even that last round. Let's talk about. a stun in all the way up long and just waiting for the right moment to pop it, and he did. Same thing with Patrick. He's just waiting for any amount of contact to use his dogs to get the most value out of them. And I mean, even on a switch from duelist to initiator, we're seeing big plays out of Rain, and I love to see that. I mean, look at that. We got 10 assists. That's huge.
Yeah. Well, it does look like JMU's posturing towards this B site. They do still have somebody over towards A, but it looks like that B is what they're looking to hit. They're walking into that Cypher utility, and they do take out that trip with the Raise satchel. EXE and Patrick on site here looking to hold it down.
They're still very, very scared to make any amount of aggression, and it's just so... It's not working in their favor.
Yeah, JMU's Cheese here in the smoke mid, and he's just sitting. He's not willing to make this play, and that's your job as duelist, is to find that space and play, and he's just not. He is finally going now. Both players stunned on the side of MSU. Really good util from the breach on JMU.
Cheese right here is going to get, unfortunately, taken down by Doobs, and Rain's going to be right there with another pick. A lot of aggression coming up all the way up in mid. And Straps with nothing but a classic, too. Move right there, going to try to get one. Rain, unfortunately, going to take him out.
30 seconds left.
We've got a deal and a classic and light shield in terms.
Yeah, JMU posturing towards this B side again. They're looking to hit pretty quickly, but the Cypher utility's still up. Blind does not land,
and unfortunately, it does look like JMU is a little bit. It's so hard to say what JMU is doing wrong, because actually no, it's not. They're slow walking up mid. They're waiting to make any amount of big plays, and they are consistently waiting. Like, they're waiting to punish state players by pushing out, and that might have worked for them in games in the past, and that might be why they're playing like this now. But did it work in Bind? I didn't see it work there. Is it working here in Sunset? I don't think so. So what do they need to do to make the kind of change that they need to? Because if they're not exploding, a lot of their util isn't being used effectively for their duelists. Just kind of what's happening. I mean, look at State. Even on a round with not a lot of util being used, we're looking at a very nice push out of mid.
Yeah, they're just following that breach ult, and does look like JMU's going to try and hit this B site. It's just going to be a full retake play from the side of MSU. Fade ult does go down. Tags all five.
All 5 players. I know. Patrick's gonna swing out. Unfortunately, gonna get taken out by Jam's Straps. And we've got 2 or 3 over here on the. Oh, we've got 3 on the retake from Blank here. And the Rolling Thunder gonna grab a few concussions before the aftershock is gonna stop the push a little bit more. Flash coming quick
looking to
from
get
Straps
explosive
and
here.
from Rain. The flash doesn't hit. Hits the reload mid spray. Is a 2v1 situation in favor of State. The bomb tap coming out. Can he read this play?
Player standing.
And Doobs
gonna grab him, and he's got half.
again.
We've got 6 and 1 consistently. Doobs is making big plays. Look at this, 11 and 2 KDA. That's game MVP material right there, if I don't say so myself. But I mean, let's not forget SplitDynasty going 16 and like 4.
Yeah, honestly, everybody on MSU is looking really good right now.
And looking at Econ right now from JMU side, we've got a Vandal, and 2 Stingers, and a Deagle, and a lot of light shields. I mean, you gotta buy as a team. You can't. We're talking about hero players. We see that in the Econ as well. Oh, geez, go ahead and buy up a gun. The rest of us are gonna buy Stingers. Like, we can't be doing that. We're hero buying too, on top of hero playing. This is not an effective way to play the game.
Go get him.
Yeah, this looks like... I'm not sure where, but at some point this worked for them, and they're just sticking with it even though it's not getting that same value anymore. Booth does go down.
EXT with another Blarg's gonna go ahead and get that bigger trade. A lot of shots going down over here in Garage. And Rain's gonna grab him as soon as Stroud steps out of Garage. Flash is coming out as well as Rain's trying to make any amount of space that he can. Shots coming out, they know where he is, and Rain here with 3 to clutch up a 7 round in bringing us into the 9th round. I mean, I keep asking this, what kind of stuff do you think JMU needs to be done? I think there's enough talking about it. We just need to see any kind of change, because right now we're looking at a lifeless team.
Yeah, I mean, 2 different maps and the same problem. Like, honestly, Cheese and Booth, got to see something happen. They've got to just, sometimes you got to just be that go man and just say, stop overthinking it, stop doing everything that we're doing, throw me this utility and let me fucking run at them.
I would say, let's reel that back in a little bit. Let's wait, right? Let's look at what kind of util that our others are bringing in for us. I'm not seeing a whole lot of smokes in the backside. I'm not seeing a whole lot of effective breach stuns or flashes. Like, let's look at Rain for a quick second. This stun that he's holding is gonna grab at least 2, but he's deciding against it because there's no really like value that's gonna be taken out of it. Those are the kind of ideas that you need to be having when you're playing an initiator.
Yeah, contact about to be made here mid.
Contact was made in mid, a little bit of chip damage going down on the Rain. As soon as the stun comes out, he sees him grab a little bit of chip damage before backing up. And look at this, they hear a good amount of them and they decide not to swing. That is the smart thing to do here, as they're rotating back toward the B site.
Yeah, JMU got to take some space here. They're doing a better job than in prior rounds.
And Rain looked at one and decided to unpeak, which I think is a smart idea. EXE with 3 in this round. 4! Kenny is going to get taken out by Blarb, unfortunately. Rain here to clear up. I mean, EXE here, 13 and 6. We were talking about Doobs being the MVP. We're like just such high-level gameplay from Mississippi State. You love to see it, and this is just unfortunate for any JMU fans in the stream. And I'm very sorry, but your team is not performing very well.
Yeah, Blarb, he's the only one without that JMU tag. I wonder if he's the sub and why he's not on their team if he is, because he's the one that's getting the most value here consistently.
I mean, one big thing that we're going to look at as well, like I said, we're not seeing... Let's look toward the backside. Let's just look at the map for a second. Where are the smokes going? Where's Blarb's smokes going? Where is the util from Straps being used? How is this helpful to your duelists? And a lot of chip damage coming down over here and giving 50 HP on the Booth.
Yeah, Booth jump peeking tiles for some reason or another. He does get tagged down super low. He's looking to take this fight. Split just shuts him down.
What's the idea here? Why peek that? Shift gonna grab Split.
Great shot from Shift.
Chief gonna grab Doobs. A lot of value gonna be taken out right there from the Deagles, but he's on 13 HP. And another low one is their Cypher.
Yeah, MSU looking to play back together. They're leaving that Cypher over to B, but he's in a spot where he's really just trying to hear, and they're stacking towards that A with the last 2 players, trying to play off of each other as best they can.
A lot of util being used up here in mid is Fade Eye, and they're just kind of waiting. And again, we're talking about, you know, JMU just waiting a lot. And we've got an Omen ult onto A that he cancels, and they're still walking up mid and waiting. And we've got 30 seconds left on the clock, and your bomb's in mid. There's no real game plan that I can see here, because you're just waiting. And however, I will say, it does look like this is in favor of JMU, as the B site is completely free, as State has rotated all the way over to A. This is going to be a really interesting retake. Patrick gets
10 seconds left.
And bomb is going down on the B site. Got to start rotating.
Yeah, you do have to wonder why is Blarb solo pushing? Like, I understand selling the fake, but they already have sight at the point that he swings and dies. Like, at that point, just back up and be a 4th man for your team.
Look at his traps. The angle that he's holding, he's not really... There we go. That's some good util use that we're seeing. And he turns around. The info was gotten that a lot of them were over here at CT. Shift is...
1 enemy remaining.
I'm kind of dumbfounded. I'm not going to lie. Let's see what he can do. He's got a flash. He swings. The flash didn't hit. It was covered by the box. That's map knowledge, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's not holding for his Cypher there. Cypher is playing a close angle and he just leaves him.
Being on 13 HP, you gotta bait yourself in those situations.
And Cypher put himself in a great spot to bait for him, and Straps just is not holding for that trade. I mean, Shift is literally on 13 HP and he gets one with that stinger and still nothing to help him from Straps. He had 2 flashes we saw him use directly after. Shift is dead. Why are we not using those to help your Cypher that's on that close angle?
Get out of
All
my
right,
way.
let's look at this. We got a smoke coming out, automatically closing the door up in mid. And a lot of aggression toward the A side. Not even aggression. A lot of walking. Again, a lot of walking toward the A side. Love to see it. Same thing.
Yeah, JMU. They don't have that go button that they need to have. They need somebody to just say go, and they need to just commit to that. Hopefully.
Funny you say that, because that voice line happened exactly as you said that. I find that very funny. Anyways, JMU Doobs gonna pick off that Patrick over here, and Shift is getting pushed by 2 state players right now. A site is JMU's, and all Shift needs to do is get there and play that post plant. He's got a lot of really valuable utility to use for the post plant, and this retake here is gonna be really big for State. Not only to make a not only to get another point on the board, but to make a statement toward JMU saying we are not going anywhere.
Yeah, we need to see the value from this Cypher ult on the side of JMU. They need to find the pick pretty quick so they can get that down and know where everyone's coming from.
The blind's gonna grab 2 as Doobs is gonna turn around and grab Cheese as well. Aftershock coming through, split with another one. Shift to grab 1. Doobs over here with 1. Rain gonna grab another. It's a 2v1 situation in favor of State. Straps right here gonna get blinded.
Flash out. Shut up and let me work.
And Rain is just sitting on that bomb. And Straps is gonna grab it. I don't know if JMU deserved this round, but they got it.
Last round in the half.
Yeah, honestly, I think that was just a lot of shots that didn't go in the favor of Mississippi State. It still didn't look like JMU had a good game plan that they executed. It looked like they just happened to hit the shots that they weren't hitting before.
I mean, there's just not a lot that you can do if you're JMU in this situation. You're just kind of, you're facing a team that has a lot of experience, that has a lot of coordination, and from what I'm seeing, this is a younger team who's really trying to develop, and it's just unfortunate that JMU is not really competing right now. I mean,
Split is just running into B and taking this orb.
Unfortunately,
doesn't get value from that raise rocket.
Value got either. EXE is going to grab 1 over there, though.
Shift is almost through on mid.
And Patrick's going to grab a really nasty headshot over here as he continues to push toward the A site.
Doobs looking to get aggressive on tiles. He's going to catch these JMU
and
players
Patrick
off
has
guard.
the lead here. He's coming back to B.
Oh, and Doobs
he grabs 1. He knows that he's close. And he's going to grab him with a really nice headshot. 2 more up in main. If he holds that, he's going to grab both of them. And he grabs 2. They're deaf. And he sees Flash doesn't grab him. And unfortunately, he's getting picked off right there by Straps, getting a little bit overheated. Really good.
1 enemy remaining.
And it's a 1v3 situation. And Blarb is just going to get run down 10-2 in favor of Mississippi State. We can't call it over yet, but I mean,
sides.
We're looking at a lifeless team, like I said.
Yeah, and with swapping sides, it does help a little bit that econ does get reset, but still going to be near impossible for JMU, if not completely. So, gonna have to see some very, very big plays and a lot of change on that team to make this happen.
Let's look towards Split, as he is the main duelist of Mississippi State. Let's see how much space he can make. He's looking toward mid right now, while his team is kind of looking toward B. We're just waiting for the spot to run down before we get to this next half.
Yeah, it looks like Mississippi State's going to do a mid-B split, which is pretty standard for first round. Trying to get really aggressive really fast, most likely on this garage. Door does get shut immediately. Split's walking up. There's nobody playing top mid for the side of JMU, so it should be pretty safe for MSU to just knife this door and walk in on this raise.
I agree. So they're knifing the door and they're looking at it. Pretty good util being used from MSU over here, as Split is going to be satcheling in. And he takes out the cam too. We got 2 over here in CT just waiting to be put out. But if State plays a good post plant here, this is going to be a round 11 in their favor.
Yeah, a little bit of chip damage coming out. A lot going down on Patrick. He's 10 HP. Contact look like it's going to be made pretty shortly here on garage.
And JMU's going to grab 1. It's a 2v2 situation. 2 flashes coming out at the same time. Another flash from Rain. If he swings, they get to 2.
1 enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Traps, it's a 1v1 situation.
Both players 1 HP.
Tap coming out. And Doobs is going to grab him right here. A really nice right click. I mean, there was a lot of close calls right there, but I think that State pulled out pretty well.
Yeah, the biggest thing is State had a plan still. And JMU, they looked a little more put together that round. Double swinging into the smoke on Garage was better than what we have been seeing, but still looked like there wasn't a lot of direction.
There's
you
not
have to wonder.
a point in time that I'm seeing State push or do a retake without, you know, 2 pieces of util from 2 different people being used at the same time, and that in itself is a big thing, putting this in State's favor. Yeah,
they're really getting that combo utility value consistently, and JMU's just not getting that. You have to wonder who's calling on JMU and what the thought process is to have these slow plays so consistently.
And look at that, a perfect stun from the breach as Split decides to satchel up and continue. And even more information being gotten over there by the boombot. Now Split knows that there's one close, and there's even more chip damage coming through. Patrick with a dog coming through on the CT in an attempt to get more information for this. And he does find one.
Yeah, the JME players coming through Garage right now. They're using a lot of util to clear that.
Rain's gonna find
Rain
another.
gets another
Split's gonna keep pushing, and he finds one. Split for 3. And they're just gonna run this last one down mid. On 2 HP. And Patrick here to clean up. It's match point in favor of Mississippi State. I mean, we've seen 2 dog stomps. And it's not been pretty, but God, that's, I mean, as a contender team, that's kind of what you have to do to other teams in your league that you're better than. You just beat up on them, and it sucks to see as a caster and even to JMU fans. But when you're looking at better teams, you know, to teams that are worse than, you just beat up on them, and it's not even close.
Yeah, it's really showing the discrepancy that can happen just by a few ideas and players changing.
Here. And State's waiting for a lot of aggression to come out, and you know, getting aggressive now is not working for JMU. I have no idea what the thought process is here. It's like, yeah, let's get really aggressive out in defense, but let's slow walk up for offense. I mean, the calls are just baffling to me.
We'll catch them.
A lot of aggression being up here in long.
Spike is down.
And a really quick turnaround in terms of the pick. Rain's going to grab another. It's a 2v4 situation in favor of Mississippi State. Let's see what Shift and Blarb have in their arsenal for us today. Blarb's going to grab a nice flash over here on Patrick, but is unfortunately going to be taken down. And Shift peeking the exact same angle that he just died at.
Team A.
And Patrick manages to get away from the judge. Hail State and Mississippi State sweeps JMU in a very clean fashion to a 2-0. Hail State.
Yeah, we are going to have a short intermission here, but there will be another match against a different team, so stay tuned for that.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you shortly.
Placing swarm grenade.
Looks like it's going to be a bit of a default for MSU here.
Grenade!
Rain getting util spammed off the start here on A. Orb's getting claimed on C side, trying to get the extra value this round towards the ult. Still pretty default, nobody's really moved on the side of MSU. We do have some pull from the other team. They've rotated all the way to A. I'm at C, I'm sorry. A is blank, so should see a bit of a push here out of Rain. Hopefully he'll read that this is blank right now. 3 stacked to B side. Dude's about to take contact. Maybe. Looks like they are just going to back off.
And we see here, you know, MSU, you know, looking to creep up A side, but 2 of the Drexel players, you know, they're anticipating this play here.
Yeah, this KJ for the other team, they've worked all the way up on C, so they know it's got to be a or B hit.
30 seconds left.
Does look like it's going to be a B split. Hunter goes down in link. Looking like a lot of util being dumped to stop this push from MSU. Rain with 2 clean one taps. They are going to take A off those picks.
10 seconds
Spike
left.
planted.
Patrick holding this bird to splash.
One enemy
Rain
remaining.
gets another,
Here.
and Patrick takes on the last clean first round from MSU. We are going in the second round. Rain's gonna force up this Vandal. Two Vandals, a Bulldog, and a Spectre for MSU.
Turret out.
Drexel using
Here.
looking to save here and buy up on the third round. A is blank, so hopefully MSU can take the space before Drexel reclaims it. Hunter looking to maybe swing out of the smoke here in a second.
Grenade!
Spike planted.
Placing swarm grenade.
Two pushing from heaven, two pushing stairs. KJ's just now rotating. That spike is ticking though, they don't have a lot of time to wait for this. Really good play from Hunter there to TP into the smoke. Catch Patrick
out.
off guard. I'm sorry, EXE off guard. Patrick has
Turret
gotten a
out.
pick from tree. Rain gets one from tree as well.
Healing over here.
One enemy remaining.
And it looks like MSU just trying to get out with their weapons. And Rain does
Okay,
take down the
quick
last
break.
one. Yeah, they did a pretty good job there with just Classics getting 3 of those forces out. So just the 2 Vandals left for the side of MSU.
Yeah, and that will really hurt MSU's economy here. You know, not able to buy 3 guns essentially, only able to buy util and pistols.
Yeah, and they're still hoping to buy 4th round as well. So they're kind of just trading the bonus with the 2 hero rifles. Definitely the play you want to see out of MSU, but still really great that Drexel put them in that position. Contact on B maybe here in just a moment. They've worked up on both B and C. Raise for the side of Drexel working up on A main though. Might have a good flank here.
Does seem to be a little bit intimidated by the chamber trip there though.
Yeah, kind of trying to wait it out, see if maybe the team picks that chamber player, but it
Teleport's
does
ready.
look like EXE gets picked from
Spike
that raise
down.
flank.
Attacker spawn.
Not looking to overextend and give MSU another rifle. Really, really good round so far from Drexel, just not letting MSU get any space.
It looks like MSU's getting ready to push out to C.
Oh, big whiff from the fade.
30 seconds left.
Killjoy hiding in the own
Dino
smoke.
in a dire position here. He's got to find some value, and he does not. Oh, does
Spike
Bunny
down,
ends up getting with
C.
the raise nade. The Rain's peeking out to slow down their push so they can get free plant. Rain gets one.
One enemy
This
remaining.
waterfall player's got a swing. Hunter does get the trade. Dude's playing backside with teammate. Looks like Split is actually thinking about wrapping. He's not going to. And the
Okay.
boom bot
Who's
takes
got
Hunter
the
down.
snacks? My ult's ready.
Really good round from MSU. Remember, they only went into that with 2 rifles and managed to pull that out. So really, really great start. Drexel's gonna be pretty broken economy-wise here. So Should be
There.
another round in the way of MSU. Like I said in the pre-round, I always love a map where Rain gets to play that chamber. He's just so good with that headhunter, and even better with the ultimate. So
Yeah, I know with the
they
recent
are still doing the
changes.
breach raise util every round on A.
Not your best.
Rain gets a free pick on A. Raze might be looking to try and get a cheeky kill on Rain here.
I don't think so.
The Rain does not fall for it. That's 2 down on the side of A. MSU looking like they just want to hit this fast before the players can rotate.
That works.
So we have 2 on Drexel's side looking to get a flank around. With Ray's also lurking, maybe she can catch him behind.
Yeah, really good spot here
Nightmare's
from
over.
Cuber getting a pick with that stinger. The Hunter is taken down by Split.
One enemy remaining.
Doobs walking back site and getting Cuber, shutting down that hero play.
Spike planted.
This is a 1v4 situation for Dinos. Definitely not looking great. He's just got the Bucky here, so he's probably just going to look for an exit frag. Especially now that he peeked and saw 4 there.
Grenade!
Patrick is looking to swing. The whole team is looking to swing. Doobs shuts him down.
There.
Great start here from MSU. If you're a fan, this is what you're hoping to just constantly keeping the momentum here. I will say, interesting buy. Bun Bun's going for the op on the side of Drexel, so that could change how these rounds are playing out. But honestly, so far looking extremely dominant from MSU. Really, Rain's gonna have to hit a really good shot here to shut down this op if that's what they're hoping to do. Op does back up right as Rain
Here.
peeks. Op's gonna re-peek, and Split takes him down.
I've got your trail.
They only had him on the A site, and since MSU did pop that those
Again.
cabbages, they will know that the site is
I'm too
clear.
far.
Rain did pick up the op there, so he's gonna have that. He's very good with it, as we've seen in the previous games. Doobs still holding down the connector. Ult coming out
One
from
enemy
Split.
remaining.
Gonna get one. Rain gets one with the op. Patrick finds a pick as well.
Flawless.
And the last one goes down to Patrick. Really great round there from MSU. Did burn 2 ults though, so you know, nothing gained if nothing lost, I suppose. Yeah, this is why I love seeing Rain on that chamber. He's managed to get 10 kills in 5 rounds, only 2 deaths as well. So I just, man, this guy on chamber, he's very, very good. I'm a Rain fanboy. Let's be clear. I don't want to mislead anyone. So.
Yeah, and
but-
capping off that, capping off that round from Drexel there, you know, they forced their buys. Now they have to play safe. But no, it looks like they're going to play an aggressive push here mid, trying to get them off guard.
Yeah, I think they tried that a prior round, and just MSU happened to not be there both times. But this time, their opening door might look to force this play a little bit harder than last time. Nobody's going through, just throwing it out there as a possible threat. A site is yet again blank, looking like Drexel's really over rotating. So there was not that much pressure on that side of the map, and they
Spike
still don't
down,
have an A
B.
player. Great pick
get
from
him.
the fade here
Spike.
from Drexel.
Ow!
Does get traded
Satchel out.
eventually.
Here comes the party. Satchel out.
MSU backing up from this Raze ultimate, doesn't catch anyone. Great TP out there from Doobs.
One enemy
EX
remaining.
EXE and Doobs are hitting shots. EXE one taps Raze through the smoke. Dino does get one back, but super low here. Rain looking to peek. And Rain
It's a
takes
shame
down the
you had to
last.
die, but you are not part of my bigger picture.
Right now, Rain is looking.
Okay.
Honestly, all of MSU looking on point. Early Early timeout here from Drexel. I can't say I can blame him. You lose 6 rounds in a row, something's got to change and fast. Really, Panda, what do you think that Drexel could try and change here to hold this down better?
So they've been very aggressive with the rotating, like the entire first half of this half. I just really think they should start slowing down. Confirm whether, hey, is someone here or not. You have abilities to find that. You have Fade Eyes, you have Boombot. Just try and get as much information as you can before you start committing to a rotate.
Right, yeah. I think 3 different rounds, MSU's going to walk on an A for free, even if they end up hitting that. Just getting that much space and information for free is definitely not going to bode well for Drexel here. Yeah, the fade from Drexel hasn't been using the eye at the start of the round, which is a bit interesting. Usually you want to spam out those regenerative abilities at the start, that way you can use them multiple times within a single round. But she hasn't been doing that. Might be part of the reason why they're lacking so much information and getting these incorrect rotates. Looking like MSU's going to go really fast here on A. Rubble control taken immediately by Split. He's not worried about this raise and breach util combo.
Get out of here.
Great shot there from Split to take down Cuber.
Cover going out.
There is still an op here, and I'm not sure that they're aware, so that could be a bit of an issue for them. They do know now, but Doobs does go down.
Go get him.
They're util dumping onto this raise, trying to shut her op down immediately. Split gets 2 there.
Grenade.
That is the op gone. Hunter does get 1 back.
1 enemy remaining.
Split takes him down. Does he get the ace?
Ace.
He does!
Bring it. Me
A
against
really
the world.
fast ace there from Split. Just
Grenade!
absolutely taking it down. I mean, he wasted no time from the start of that round until the end. He was playing super fast pace. He had no interest in waiting around or slowing down that push. Really clean round from Split for sure.
Yeah, and if you're Drexel here after taking that time out to figure out what's going wrong, how do you assess that? After just getting probably one of the quickest ace that we've seen here.
Yeah, it's definitely a rough round to take that time out and try and get it together, and that happens. If nothing else, that's terrible on the mental, but it's looked like it's just as bad for the economy. Split's gonna have his ult online here. I'd imagine they're probably just gonna use that and shut down any chance of them losing this space. EXE finds a pick on his lurk on A. They might look to rotate. Looks like they're just gonna force through C with this ultimate. Split gets 1. He's looking for more.
Grenade.
1 enemy remaining.
Split gets another. EXE finds another on his lurk as well. Just Cubert left for the side of Drexel. He does take down Split, ending that rampage, but Rain with the clean trade. Yeah, I mean, dude, Drexel takes that timeout, and I mean, it's looking like nothing changed. I know that MSU hit him with the fast round, and then they were on an eco, but I mean, this round is an absolute must-win for Drexel.
Absolutely, every single round, it's always, or from what I have paid attention to, it's always been, this setup of the 3 players on A site, or they're either doing that or they're focusing on C. They're still trying to repeat and watch the same thing, but this just doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah, MSU doesn't look like they're backing down off this A hit. Looks like they're fine with taking these fights. And it makes sense. Oh, MSU with the big rotate all the way around to Hunter does see EXE, but he doesn't see anybody else. EXE has been their alert player. He does hear a few sprinting down.
Satchel out.
Hunter's going to try and hold this site, but it's looking pretty impossible. MSU's just entering really hard. Hunter does get 1 on Duke. Hunter with 3.
Spike down.
Holy, really good hold there from Hunter. That's what you want to see. That's what Drexel needs right now. Rain does pick up a rifle here. EXE looking for the pick.
Standing.
Dino gets 1.
Now it's all on Rain.
1v4 for Rain. Can he do it? Does get 1.
Teleport's ready.
Really good util here from the breach. Rain does have spike.
30
He could look
seconds
to go
left.
somewhere else, but he's hoping to get one more pick before he moves. Baiting a peek with the store. He's gonna try and get fade here. Does he know? Gets one. Both coming from
Spike
C link,
planted.
so it should be fairly
Bomb buddy out.
One enemy
doable.
remaining.
And he gets
Three.
Oh
both.
my god.
Did everyone see that?
Rain with a big clutch there for the side of MSU.
Yeah.
Ray's had that op as well, so he gets that back. He loses nothing on that round. Honestly, like, the mental here has got to be absolutely boomed for the side of Drexel. You finally get up and around, and then that happens. That's hard to come back from.
Yeah,
That's
commenting
a
on
good
the
spot.
on the play Rain made there, you know, he took great time there. You know, he's very patient with his kills. He knew where to anticipate them.
Yeah, using that the tap to bait them out and just really playing it slow, like you said, getting a lot of value there. I think MSU very much abusing the fact that Drexel's willing to fight this on A so hard. I mean, if you've got 3A every round, we'll just go C. And they're getting the util that there's 3A, and they're just moving every single time. Hunter left here on C to try and hold it yet again.
Initiated.
This time, Dino is there a lot earlier to try and hold with him. Dino gonna counter ult this KJ ultimate. Neither team has anything to break it consistently, so it is gonna be probably a bit of a stalemate. MSU looking to move towards A. Somehow EXE's ultimate managed to get 2 people, so this is going to be a bit of a slow retake for the side of Drexel.
Teleport's gone.
Keshi uses ultimate on that fade to try and get some information. Instantly shut down by EXE. Does get traded though.
Last player standing.
Hubert takes down Rain. Split is trying to make something happen here. Can he clutch
Can't
this?
use that yet.
And
Turret
with
out.
that spike already halfway diffused, he doesn't have the time to try and make it properly.
Here we have Drexel take
Drexel-
their first round.
Yeah, and Drexel did also pick up that op. Dino picked it up, dropping it for somebody. Oh, looks like Dino's gonna keep it. KJ opping. Interesting.
Interesting play because, you know, MSU, you know, they've seemed to stray away from the KJ setup. Like they play around it, try and bait out whatever they can, and then they hit the opposite site she's at.
Yeah, they've been doing a good job. I agree. See the op
I've
here.
got your
This
trail.
looks like it's gonna peek C, but B's absolutely blank, and MSU's popping ult. None of those cabbages went towards B. They should know that it's clear. They're gonna take early link control. Split does not want to give this to the other side. There is 3 players here though. Split gets 1.
Get him. Get him.
Split and Doobs fighting it. Doobs gets another. Bun Bun does get the trade, but Split's still here, not letting them have link. Rain, with the right click on the classic, shuts down another. Both the last 2 players for Drexel on C-Link. Dino does still have that op, so that's going to make this retake even harder. Hunter taking down a 1 HP. Dino does get a really good shot on Rain.
My double's dead.
Dino with a great shot on EXE as well.
Last player standing.
And honestly, Dino just getting a little antsy there. He's hitting good shots, but unscoped unnecessarily.
Last
there,
round
and it
before
cost
the
him.
switch.
Surprising here that Rain didn't pick up that op with the success he's been having with it. They decided there weren't interested, so probably gonna look for something very aggressive here if they're not wanting that. Oh, he's not opping because he's gonna use the chamber ult instead. That makes sense. That makes sense. Don't want to double op. 18-3 for SplitDynasty and 17-4 for Rain. Absolute
You want to play? Let's play.
destruction coming out from MSU. I mean, it's not looking close. Doobs getting a lot of chip damage here. Not a lot, but a little on that raise. Looking like another C hit is what they're going for here. Split did get that ultimate. We also have the breach ult online for this side of Drexel.
Bomb buddy out.
And you know, here Killjoy has already expanded all of her abilities, so interesting to see how they hold this with just guns.
Yeah, they've got that one more molly, but it won't last long. Pretty much have free reign here if they want to. It does look like they're not interested. They want to go somewhere else, somewhere that doesn't have people postured towards it so hard. Doobs looking like he might want to stay around, see if he can find something while the rest of the team moves. Does look like they're going to go A. They don't know Bun Bun's rubble. This could be very big for Drexel. EXE is trying to clear him. Yeah, and instantly shut down by SplitDynasty. He does get one onto EXE, but MSU's always in pairs,
30 seconds left.
Doesn't get much more value than that. Split with a crazy shot onto Keshi. Dino and Hunter, the last two, they've been the last two a lot. Split.
One enemy
value here. He
remaining.
gets another and gets the last. Easy little 4K for Split. 22-3 in a 12-round game.
Switching sides.
I mean, this is... We thought the last game was a steamroll. This is looking outlandish from MSU. Maybe Drexel can get it back together with this side swap, but they've got a big hill to climb.
And yeah, you know, going into this half, you know, you want to see, you know, will this Fade start using her abilities to, you know, find information for her team?
Yeah, I'm also hoping to see a little more, like, practice play from the side of Drexel. Right now, everything that they do isn't very coordinated. And quite honestly, their mechanics don't look bad, but they're just never... The util's never where it needs to be when it needs to be for those fragging players to get that value for the side of Drexel. Looks like a very heavy A push for the side of Drexel. There are 3 players stacked from MSU on this site, so Breach is through, but he is half HP from that nade. He goes down to the nade.
Nightmare's over.
Split just getting 3 with 2 with this classic and then the pick on the Breach with the nade. Patrick does go down to Dino. EXE tagged really low.
One enemy
Bun does
remaining.
get him. Trade comes out from
Spike
Doobs.
down A. Last player
And then
standing.
Dino gets Doobs with the insta trade from Rain with that headhunter.
Match point.
Yeah, and here we are, match point. You know, Drexel now has to play every round as if it is their last. You know, they have to force every single round now.
Yeah, and MSU looking to close it out. They're forcing up. They're wanting to end it now. Drexel trying to force up, but honestly, all any of them can afford is some light armor and stingers or buckies. So looking like a B rush, which makes sense with these guns. Hopefully MSU will just kind of back out and maybe play retake. Rain's gonna look for a really aggressive position, gets one and TP's out. Patrick trying to give him some time to get out, and he does. Rain gets another on Keshi. Outlaw not usually played on this B site, but Rain's making it look really strong.
Here, Drexel,
Looks like
they look to take C. Maybe
Yeah,
even
Drexel.
just holding that out.
Yeah, Drexel just kind of trying to feel out where MSU's players are at, but 5v3, they can kind of split everywhere and not have to worry about it too much. It does look like they're congregating pretty hard onto this B site. Probably just looking to rotate to the KJ off of her stall or hold A through the little half door. Rain with this outlaw, it has moved over to A, which does look like that's right where Drexel's looking to go. Could get a lot more value here. He's already gotten 2. He gets 1.
30
Split in a
seconds
really
left.
good position as well.
One enemy remaining.
Rain gets the
Hey.
ace to close out the game.
Defenders
25-4
win.
from SplitDynasty and 23-4 from Rain. Absolute domination from the side of MSU.
For sure. In that game, you know, we got to see double aces from Chamber himself, Rain.
Yeah, I love Rain on that map for a reason. We do, and I just want to see him run at people and click foreheads, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely a very satisfying look you know, just seeing the heads go.
Yeah, and he's the player to do it, man. He's absolutely disgusting in these games.
So as we get started into this game, you know, Drexel opting to hold a 1-2-2 setup here from B to A.
Yeah, super standard with that Cypher. It looks like MSU is gonna look to push mid pretty hard. Viper does have a lot of stall potential here with the mollies. She does send it out. Split's got 2 satchels. He could look to go over this. Cypher moved away from B. Split is through. He just runs past the Vince player, no regard for his life, and gets one in heaven. Patrick and EXC pick up another kill. One traded back from Drexel.
One enemy remaining.
Drexel. Split gets one more. This is a 1v3 for the Star Duelist for Drexel. Let's see if Bun Bun can make it happen.
Bomb buddy out.
Walking up heaven, having a hard time peeking these players. Does get Patrick down to absolutely 1 HP. Does he know? Splits right below him with the classic and gets him. Really good positioning there from MSU to play off of each other. Even though Split went through spawn, or CT spawn, still managed to find a great spot to have his team swing off of him, so it's always great to see.
And here you see a big force up by MSU here, where Drexel is opting pistol rush. Looks like A site. If MSU is aware, you know, they're going to rush B here.
Yeah, MSU's rushing down mid and B, and Drexel has opted to 5-stack on A, so gonna be a full retake from the side of Drexel. It makes sense with the difference in guns to just want to stack a site. It is unfortunate that they got the guess wrong. 3 of these players looking to go flank, which is interesting. MSU does have that Cypher, so you should know that that's coming.
Here.
MSU not looking to give up heaven. Really holding on to that. Split does go down to Keshi from mid. Patrick takes one down. One still in the smoke, 2 garage. Patrick with a 3K this round, taking down another player for Drexel. Down to Bun Bun and Cubert to close this out, and it's not looking good. Does shut down Rain. They don't have time, but they can
One
try and get some
enemy
more
remaining.
picks.
Ace ready.
Ace from the side of
I can
Patrick.
feel it. I can be so much more.
It's really easy for Patrick to get overshined on this team sometimes. The clutches from Doobs and the big plays from Rain and Split. But if nothing else, that man is consistent, and he's always there for a trade, and it shows. He's making a difference in this game for sure. 6-1. You love to see that second entry getting that consistent value.
And you know, it's great to see, you know, for MSU to know, hey, everybody can have their moments in their matches.
Yeah, especially Split just getting one mid through the smoke. Really great pick. With a sheriff, he's spraying a smoke. I don't think I've ever even tried that. MSU really posturing towards this A split. There are still 2 players stuck on B side for the side of Drexel. Do need to get those players moved over quickly. Viper's gonna have to go big here.
I've got
Gets
your
EXC
trail.
down to 1 shot. Gets taken down by Cubert and Vince. That's a lot of info though for 1 body.
Cover going out.
Split, realizing nobody's rotating through mid, he's gonna try and move to help the team. Ooh, Sky goes down on site. Without Patrick there, these players can really just defuse.
1 enemy remaining.
Yep, and Cubert's gonna hold it down and make sure that defuse does get off. Really great round for the side of Drexel. But you always got to remember that's their rifles when you're still holding on to that bonus. So still could go either way this round with the full rifles.
Most of it here, you know, we do not have an Egbo recreation, so interesting to see how this game will turn out now.
Yeah, the split definitely looking super strong from the side of MSU. Surprised they didn't play it in the last series.
Shadows traveling.
MSU looking to posture hard towards mid again.
There.
Really living by the if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Dogging up heaven. Doesn't really see much. They know there's one player there that shot it, but that's
Poison's off.
Keshi deciding not to use that utility mid. Another smoke out from MSU. I'd imagine Keshi's gonna throw this molly soon.
Poison orb emitted.
Spike down B.
Whiffed ult out from Bun Bun on the side of Drexel. Split trying to make his way through here.
Fire in the hole!
Pinch Bun Bun really hard. Split does whiff that ultimate, but they're still up a player.
Satchel out.
Huber on site by himself. Gotta go big here. He gets one. It's gonna be a 2v3
30 seconds
retake
left.
for the side of Drexel.
Last player
EXE finds
standing.
another 1v3
Spike
retake
planted.
here for Cypher. We saw Dino get some pretty decent picks in the last game, especially with that op. Let's see what they can do with the Vandal. Looking like Dino just wants to save this rifle. Maybe have a hero rifle going into the next round. Doobs is looking for him though. He does not want him to get out. I'd imagine after hearing that trip go down. Oh no, Doobs is chasing. Doobs wants it. Doobs gets killed, but Rain takes him down. I mean, that makes sense from the side of MSU. With this many players alive, they have people that can buy next round, and they have enough money themselves if they had no one to buy. And that's going to hurt a lot more for Drexel than it is going to for MSU.
Thank you.
Really good call by Doobs, staying on top of their economy to shut that rifle save down.
You know, going back to last game, you know, here Drexel's still struggling with their economy, not able to have consistent buys.
Yeah, that happens a lot when you lose this many. MSU sprinting through A. Pretty aggressive here. They know they have that rifle advantage. Sky looking to flash out and hold this ramps push.
There we go, we have a flank by Hunter, holding the rotate.
Yeah, Hunter's in sewer. He could get something big here. He found one and Spike.
Spike down
he tries to get
A.
out. Split gets a really fast trade. Great job from MSU to shut that down. EXE gets taken down by Bun Bun. Really clean from
Go get him.
Satchel to get out super quick. Not letting MSU get that trade like they're really good at. Huber is staying mid to try and watch for that rotate, but it does look like MSU is just going to take the site. They're not really looking to rotate at all. Bun Bun peeks heaven, gets instantly shut down.
Last player standing.
Dino does
Spike
get one back
down
side.
A.
Doobs gets the trade. 1v2 here for Doobs. He's super
30
low
seconds
HP.
left. One enemy remaining.
He gets a really clean one tap, and then Keshi shuts him down.
Yeah, and great round there by Dino there, you know, able to pick up 2 kills with just a classic holding down sight, refusing MSU a plant there.
Yeah, really good to grab that at, that round for Drexel though. That was very big because their buys were super broken. Now MSU on the other side of MSU's posturing pretty heavily towards this B side, but they do still have 2 on A. Rain has this Marshall in his hands. We know he can be a demon with that. See what he can make happen. Early one way from the side of Drexel. Rain popping these knives, looking to maybe make this round a little more evened up. Opts not to dash up to ramps. Hunter gets one on split with the judge. Hunter, the only one on the team that didn't go for a rifle, and he's getting value with the shotgun. They're going to leave Keshi to hold this mid for a bit longer. Got one molly left, so she can still hold it out for a while. Bun back sight here. Patrick didn't see him. Probably going to look for Rain to entry here.
Grenade!
Only one with the long enough range to handle this. Bomb does go wide for Patrick, but Rain shuts down the backside player for Bun. Patrick gets a pick. Omen goes down from Cubert. Tagged up a little bit by Rain. Rain does have a rifle here, so he doesn't have to go for this.
30 seconds left.
Rain
One
does go
enemy
down.
remaining.
Ult pop insta from Cubert.
Blinded.
Pushing on to Patrick, and EXE shuts it down. That's something you don't see a lot. Both teams winning on their ecos. Just shows how scrappy both of these teams can get so quick. Yeah, this map definitely helps with that. Split so volatile with these close range weapons. It can really change up really quickly. Dino with an interesting setup on A. I like it a lot. Bun looking to jump peek here. Does spot 3, so I'd imagine some good rotates here. Rain gets one, gets traded. Split gets the trade
My
off.
ult's ready. Here comes the party.
There's nobody on B, so this ult probably won't get much value, but it will take a lot of space. Cubert already at CT. The rest of the team still not there. Cypher's rotating over to Cubert. Keshi's really holding on to this mid.
I think EXE hears Keshi here, so he places a chip, hoping she doesn't push up.
Yeah, this shotgun's probably what's holding Keshi into this ultimate. Probably not wanting to try and make anything crazy happen.
I know exactly where you are.
Do opt to go ahead and use that Cypher ultimate from EXE. For only 6 points, comes up crazy fast. So using it in 3 isn't that outlandish. Keshi trying to work their way up with this shotgun.
One enemy
Keshi
remaining.
is on bomb. Off bomb and pushes back sight, gets one and instantly traded. MSU again really just emphasizing that teamwork. I mean, there's such few times that somebody dies on the side of MSU on attack and they're not instantly traded. And when they're not, it's stuff like that Raze satcheling away on ramps. It's stuff that they can't really prevent. So it's great to see that coordination come out from a team, because I think that a lot of teams struggle with that.
For sure. Looking at this round, you know, both teams opting to hold a default push here.
Yeah, MSU still keeping up the pressure on mid, but definitely a deep out of them. They're looking to... Drexel will accidentally give up. Broken by here again from Drexel, just those sheriffs and this one stinger. EXE's trying to find value, might get timing by in this corner. He didn't see him. Hunter gets him for free with that stinger. Split gets tagged up a little bit, but not much. MSU has a sight. They just got to play this post plan. Viper is flanked, but it won't matter too much since raising. Doobs gets one, TP's out. MSU can get really messed up here by this Raze utility. MSU shuts it down before I can even finish the sentence. Rain really going big that round, getting a lot. I love seeing him on these aggressive picks, even though he may not be quite as explosive as Split. He always finds those the times that just seem like he gets aggressive when it has to happen. Like he's not as aggressive as Split. Split's always in there, but it looks like he's a lot better at splitting it up a bit.
A lot of splits for the map split here.
A lot of splits for the map split. I just got it, I won't lie, but that's good. Split. Going straight into Vince here. He's not really too worried about it. EXE does pick Keshi, trying to rotate out. MSU's got a pretty strong hold on this mid, and they've pushed it so many rounds. You'd imagine that Drexel would move some people to try and help. Hunter does get one back onto SplitDynasty, or I'm sorry, Patrick, but Split is in sight, so shouldn't matter too much.
Traveling.
Here we have the same situation as last round. You know, Drexel having basically the entire MSU team engulfed onto A site. Can they turn it around this time?
Yeah, last time they really didn't get a lot of value. With the utility on their retake, they just drive it a lot, and yet again, 3 players going down with no utility being used. Dino does get one back on the split, but still, it's not looking good. If Drexel can't figure out how to play these retakes properly, it's going to be a repeat of last game. Contrarily to last game, the scoreboard isn't quite as big of a gap as it was. You know, last game we had both Split and Rain dropping over 20 kills apiece. This time, the deficit isn't quite as big, but those 2 or 3 kills per person are just adding up really quickly. Yeah, so Drexel decides to try and full push mid, to try and change it up a bit. A lot of damage out there onto Split, but they are on B site. There are 2 players already on flank. This will be a pretty fast flank. Not sure if MSU is going to be ready for that.
Spike planted.
Raise here, aware of the Cypher flanking.
One enemy remaining.
Instantly trades Patrick, and Doobs gets the trade onto Keshi. Again, it's just as soon as a MSU player dies, there's another kill in the feed for their side. They're not giving up any free kills, and Drexel's honestly giving up a lot of them. And the EXE does find Fun. Yeah, it's not looking great for Drexel. They've really got to figure something out, and quickly. I'd be surprised if Drexel doesn't decide to call a timeout here soon. Right before this rifle round is the time to figure out the game plan and try and change something up. We saw last round them try and deviate from their usual and go with that mid rush, but it did not get the results they probably hoped for. MSU looking like they're just going to do a normal B split. Drexel does have 3 players mid this time to try and slow him down. But you have to wonder how many of these players are going to instantly look B once they make contact. Hunter looking to make contact pretty soon. Split gets one mid on him. Bomb does get traded.
Get out of my way!
Hubert did take a little bit of damage. Hunter trying to hold down the site. Does get Rain for free. Also stunned out by Patrick though. He TPs to back site. Great position for him to play. MSU trying to make it sound like they're rotating. Looking like he's going to re-hit. Do have both the Omen and Cypher up for both teams. So we'll see what they do with those. Hunter probably going to have first contact here. Does he have this timing on Patrick? No, he backs up. He's looking to smoke. Patrick's already through.
One
Sky
enemy
does
remaining.
swing. Oh,
Spike
great
down
hold
B.
there from Drexel. That's a lot more of that team play you need to see from them if they want to try and figure it out. EXE's going for it. Pops the ult when he gets that pick.
Cage trigger.
He's trying to make this round happen. He's only got 15 seconds. It's not looking hot.
10 seconds left.
Full blinded by the Sky Flash. A bit of a high-low there from Drexel. Great round there from Hunter. That TP to back site to
Last
have
round
that timing
in the
on
half.
the players coming out of garage is so strong. If they want to have a chance in this game, plays like that from individuals are going to be what they have to look for, because that team coordination is not going to just magically come to them halfway through this game. MSU does need to be careful. 9-3 curse if they win this round. Might have to toss it to avoid that.
Yeah.
MSU looking like they're defaulting a bit. 1-3-1 here. Still so much pressure on these mid players, and it looks like Drexel just does not have an answer for that.
Be gone.
MSU gets a 2 picks mid. Crazy angle there from Doobs. Slight gap in that smoke, and he takes full advantage of it. If I'm not Viper, I'm asking my Omen why there's a gap.
Scatter.
Whole team is on
Spike
site
planted.
just about for the side
Last
of MSU.
player standing.
MSU gets another. And the whole team's dead for Drexel. Can Drexel
Switching
make
sides.
that 9-3 curse true? That's the question. Panda, if you're Drexel's coach or team captain, what are you telling them here? What are you saying to get them back in this game mentally?
You know, if I'm taking any notes, I'm taking the note of, hey, let's take full mid control and then split, but and split all across the map. Try to take as much space as they can.
Yeah, definitely. That dominance in mid definitely made a huge impact on why MSU got so many of those rounds. Looking like it is a bit of a misread here from MSU. They do have 3 players stacked on a B, and Drexel's looking to full push A.
See if the
Instantly
Cypher setup
satchel
was
to
able
ult.
to.
Dino struggling to find this trip.
Hawk out.
One way there for EXC. Sky's trying to retake some space. Patrick does go down to Cubert. Looking like they're going to try and pivot here to B.
You know, 2v4 situation for Drexel. Can they pull it off here?
Yeah, Cubert's low. It's definitely not looking good, but... Oh, I was hoping Keshi could find a pick there.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Keshi gets timing by Doobs, and Rain gets the last. Ray's taking this ult orb. That's interesting.
You know, it was
Yeah.
interesting hold there on A site there. You know, they played relatively safe there versus like trying to play for the site and allow their team to take the retake there.
Here.
Yeah, Drexel also deciding to try and stay together and trade each other there when they're both, when Sky's one shot. You know, maybe you try and bait if numbers are even, but with being down 2 players, I'd imagine you just sit in 2 separate corners and hope to find a crazy timing. Split does get the orb here on B, but that might give him a false sense of security. There's 3 players heaven. One's tagged up by Rain. Rain gets one. Both players down by Dino on B. Really good take here from Drexel. Dino and Hunter both one shot though. No Sky alive to heal
Time to
them.
hunt.
Spike
Just
planted.
Keshi seen heaven.
Last player standing.
Still fighting it. Gets a really good pick. And a great trade there from Bun Bun. They might just need a stinger only the rest of this game, because that was the best play I've seen from them all day.
For sure, taking advantage of those close angles, you know, you don't really know until you see it.
Yeah, they did a great job. Rain looking like he was ready to go off there with that. He hit one body shot too many and they shut it down quick. Again, it looks like Drexel looking for an A hit here. No mid control, but with only 1 player here for the side of MSU, it could be good. The Raze bot goes right past right past Doobs. It's set out behind him, so that could have been bad, but they shut it down pretty quick. Patrick finds a timing, gets Dino super low. Does he know Keshi's here? Does not. Keshi gets 2. Rain does get the trade. That shorty coming in clutch there for Rain. Picks up a Bulldog here. He's only got 5.
Last player standing.
Hunter takes down EXE. Again, I'm saying this needs to be a stinger only game for them. Rain trying to make it happen. He gets 1 low. And Hunter's behind him with that stinger. Now they have 2 Bulldogs and a Phantom. Without those stingers, I don't know if they can make it happen. MSU's definitely got to get it together though. Lost 2 rounds in a row here since the side swap. Don't want to get themselves out of this game mentally. Is the first gun round for MSU, so that definitely bodes well.
Here Drexel, opting finally take that mid control with full guns now.
Yeah, they couldn't do it on defense, but MSU doesn't really look that concerned with mid control. I think they're thinking that their players can hold down a site regardless.
Grenade!
Drexel gonna have to use a lot of utility to get through here. Bun almost taken out through the smoke, gets chipped a lot. Keshi does get a pick on Doobs on the other side of the map. Hubert gets a great pick on Split as the smoke comes down.
Time to hunt.
Looks like they're posturing for B pretty heavily. A lot of MSU players on the side, on the A side, so they do move quick enough. EXE gets 1 from backside. Patrick gets 1 heaven. EXE going really big there. Patrick getting a good trade as well. Keshi is behind them. I'm not sure if they know. Rain sees it.
Player standing.
Rain does get him down to 5 HP though.
30 seconds
Sky
left.
does have
Heal
a
up,
heal.
squad.
They have Spike Heaven, so they don't have to push.
I mean, here with Omen ult, he could just simply ult, take that bomb.
Yeah, but does he have time, or do they just push him the second he ult?
Watch, I have the spike.
He's going for the play to pick it up as well. I'm not sure MSU knew they
10
had the
seconds
spike.
left.
They've actually moved towards A, not realizing he picked it up with
Spike
the ult.
planted.
Patrick does shut it down quickly. Was scary. They either didn't know they had spike or they knew and just assumed that he had already gotten to A. Either way, bit of a misread, but they figured it out quickly, and that's what matters. Sky ult gonna be online
Don't
for the
even
next
start
round.
that shit here, mate.
MSU doesn't need a whole lot more to close out this series quick.
Speaking of ults on the Drexel side, you have Viper ult. I want to see how they're going to play defensively.
Yeah, getting that spike down is going to be the first hurdle. So far, they're struggling just to do that without losing half their team. But if they can, that Viper ult will definitely be big in preventing that retake. MSU stacking 3 onto the A side. Got a little bit of a what Drexel's looking to do, but Drexel is moving some players towards mid.
Blinded.
Looking like a bit of a split here. Only 1 player for MSU on the B side. This is a confident play from them.
She's here, able to squeeze up to A main here. Does MSU know and able to get a free capitalize off of this?
Yeah, Drexel's gotten to walk straight through main.
Toxins going up.
Mid, I'm sorry. Cypher is also pushing main, but I mean, this mid control could be detrimental. Keshi with a clean angle. Split does get one on the other side of the map. EXE gets one as well.
Everyone, they found my wire.
Popping this Cypher ult since they're unsure of where the push is coming in at. Rain with a crazy pick. He just dashes in their face and kills them. EXE getting pinched here really hard. Oh, he gets one.
Spike down.
The
B.
Sky flashed
the
her
spike.
teammate.
$30 seconds left.
Just Bun left to try and make it happen. The flash in your own teammate,
Match point.
I'd be really upset.
Here we are back again at match point for MSU here. Can they secure it?
Yeah, Drexel looking to take this mid control again. Mississippi State still not really that interested in holding it. Doobs gets a pick on A.
Fire in the hole!
Drexel gets a good pick. EXE trying to hide from that ultimate, but they do spot him. It's going to be a 3v4 retake. Hubert trying to get some early info. Really smart there for Patrick to hold it off on that dog for just a second. Try and make the Drexel player miss it.
Hawk out!
Shadows traveling.
Patrick gets one, instantly traded by Dino though.
Sight.
One
tap.
enemy remaining.
Great
My
shot from
ultimate
Zeus.
is ready.
Last player standing.
Great play
Shameful
from MSU.
performance.
That's going to be the game. We do have an interview coming up here shortly with two of MSU's players. This time, instead of Doobs and